So we're back here on 970 WFLA, and we're going to talk about something really exciting, real estate technology. And it's exciting for me because I feel like we're on the cutting edge at our company. We do a lot of the stuff. You know, we have licensed drone pilots that work for our company. We do Matterport 3D virtual tours where you can actually take 3D tours of homes. You can use the Samsung VR glasses to look at listings of ours. And it's a premium service that not every seller opts for because the expense of doing those things, but it's certainly something that we offer and that we have in-house. We're one of the only real estate companies that has all that equipment in-house. We don't outsource to third-party companies. So we have employees that are trained on the equipment. We own the equipment. We own the schedule versus, you know, a lot of real estate companies are at the mercy of third-party providers for that. Sometimes they're backed up a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. Fortunately, we're blessed to not have that nuisance at our company. But technology is really changing the game for real estate. It's changing the way people look at homes. It's changing how many homes people look at. It's changing how they're shown online. I saw YouTube this week is rolling out a 3D option for video, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
And I think that that you know they understand the desire from consumers to have that kind of content. So you're going to see more and more of those types of things as you know, technology advances. And the benefit to the consumer is it's a time saver. It's a leverage piece. The benefit of the agent is the same thing. You know, it gets you to show off a home in a different light. You know, we still do get a lot of customers, and you know, demographically, they're customers that maybe don't understand technology as much, and you know, maybe they haven't used technology as long, but they'll get upset when they don't have a lot of showings on their house. And you know, so if you sold your home a few years ago, or sold a home a few years ago, and you're selling it now, the house is going to get more showings today in person than it did then, because people today rely on technology so much more. So today, it's not necessarily about, oh, you've only shown my home to 2 people. Not really. We've shown it to, you know, tens of thousands probably.
Right.
Just they're looking at it online. They're looking at the photos, the video, the 3D tour. They're using that as a way to, you know, to look at it. The people that are looking at it in person, those are second showings. So the way you have to think about it, especially if you hire our firm, because the technology we use is every in-person showing you get, that's technically a second showing.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, one thing too that is a little bit older technology, but still great technology for your out-of-town buyer is FaceTime.
Yeah.
For instance, you know, your agent can walk through and show you a home without you physically stepping in.
We sell a lot of homes to people sight unseen. We take video of every single property too, which is something that other real estate brokers don't do. We take a walkthrough video of every single home. I think it's a great way to see the layout. It's a great way to see the light in the house, the floor plan, things that a photo can sometimes hide that a video can't. And sometimes it's not to, that's sometimes to the home's detriment.
Right.
But the reality is we want to give an honest and clear picture to the customer. And you know, we want to certainly show the home in its best light. But when someone walks through that home, you're not going to be able to trick it and, you know, hide stuff.
Photos can be deceiving, you know, especially with a good photographer. You know, you can make a house look 100 times better than it actually is.
One other thing, you know, on that same technology front, I think eventually people are going to be able to look at homes wirelessly. There are going to be cameras that we pop into a house when it goes on the market. You can look online and take a streaming video feed. Another thing I think is important, and this is for realtors and customers alike, you have to understand that today video is everywhere. People have video cameras in their house. They have video cameras outside their house. Big Brother is watching all the time. I can't tell you how many times we've gotten complaints from customers because they've got video cameras in their house that a buyer couldn't see, and the buyer started opening up drawers and looking at stuff. You know, like if you are out there shopping for homes, expect that, you know, there's video in the house. If you're a real estate agent, expect that there's a video camera in the house. Don't bring your boyfriend over and make out on the couch. That made humongous national news. It was an agent maybe a year or so ago that was using a home that they had listed as like their rendezvous point for some type of affair, and certainly that was pretty stupid.
I think it's pretty common. I actually know agents in Virginia that have done that.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So you know, nonetheless, it's something that you just don't want to do. There's video everywhere today. There's tracking mechanisms. There's so many things today that, you know, it's just not worth it. But the technology today is just advancing at such a rapid pace that you want to make sure that you're working with an agent that can help you with that. You know, whether it's showing off your home to a new demographic of customers because of the technology that they use, or a buyer agent using that technology to show you a home long distance to save you time from driving or going to an area and looking at a house that you could have learned from video or a walkthrough online that maybe it wasn't the right one for you. And certainly there's always going to be people that want to look at and feel and touch kind of the house and get a feel for it. But technology is meant as a way to leverage you, to save you time, give you a more clear picture. And for us, it's something that we pay a lot of attention to. Whenever there's a new technology out, we're one of the first people to implement it in the area. I think we were the first in the area to use drones. So that's a big piece of what we do, is wanting to be on the cutting edge to provide that service for customers, provide that exposure for our home sellers, but also because it's a time saver for everybody to have that at your disposal. And before we run to the break, the last thing I'll say on that topic is just as a reminder: if your home is on the market, understand that the old way of tracking how well a listing was doing and how many people have looked at it in person is moot.
Right.
It's irrelevant, quite honestly. It's all about the online tracking. How many views does it have? How many people watched the video? How many people have seen the 3D tour? That's all the stuff that's important today. The showings that you're concerned about are technically second showings. There's going to be fewer of them than there used to be. The number of showings today is far, far less than what it used to be because the consumers use all that technology. So we're going to be back. We're going to continue this conversation. We're going to talk about some featured properties that we have on the market, and a lot more after a quick break here on the Duncan Duo Show.